Hi, it's John Cronshaw here with my author diary for the weekend in April the 6th, 2025. He said 24 there. I've had a busy week, so I've mostly been doing stuff to do with my book launch. Well, I say book launch, 3 book launches. So I've got Forged in Blood, that is out today on April the 4th. Got, Wyvern's Shadow, which is Ravenglass Throne Book 2. That comes out on the 14th of April. And then I've got Blade of Sorrows. That is coming out on the 17th. So that's all up for pre-order now. That's all scheduled. I've got my promos lined up. Everything's set up for that. So I could just nap now until then. And the launch will happen with or without me. So that is good. Really pleased that I've got all that done. Also been working on a few short stories. Finishing off a few that I wrote a while ago that are to do with Soren from the Guild of Assassins series. So I've basically put those together in a little collection. So if you go to johncronshaw.com/guildassassin, Guild Assassin, one word, all lowercase, then you can download the collection, short story collection. I think there's like 5, maybe 6 stories in there. If you're on my Patreon, you'll have probably seen them already. But yeah, it's a nice little collection anyway. So it's set basically between the Guild of Assassins series, so the end of that, and the Dawn of Assassins series. So yeah, check that out. What else? Oh, I watched a program this week with my wife called Adolescence on Netflix, which I thought was really good. Really intense, kind of dark. Just about basically a 13-year-old who kills someone and the stuff surrounding it. Now, I think that this is one of those things, a bit like The Wire, where you can't just point at one thing as to what caused the thing, because it's a bit of a why done it, you know. I think that it's very critical of a lot of aspects of modern social media, society. Schools are in there, just the general institutions, how people deal with young people. So really interesting. Definitely worth watching. My slight concern is that it was suggested by the Prime Minister that everyone should watch this. And when I think a politician is suggesting to watch media, it makes me think, oh, well, it's clearly propaganda, isn't it? So, just bear that in mind. regardless of your political persuasion, that's kind of like how I see things. I just go, oh, who's asking me to do that and why? But yeah, I think there's definitely some interesting stuff in there. Definitely some interesting debates to be had. But in terms of storytelling, I thought it was really well done. And I think one of the things about storytelling that's underrated is giving yourself limitations, giving yourself things that, they don't limit, they actually help. So each of these episodes was done in one shot. So they're like hour-long episodes and are done with one camera shot. So it changed the editing, made it feel very claustrophobic, very tense. But it also changed the way it was written, what you can do. Like, you can't just do flashbacks, you can't just jump to stuff, you can't, flick between characters with their expressions and things like that. So it was just a different way of telling a story, which I thought was great. Love stuff like that. So yeah, definitely check that out on the Netflix if you have it. And I have also been watching a documentary series with my wife on the iPlayer, which is called Boy Bands Forever, which is about boy bands from the 90s in Britain. And that was interesting. It's just, I think, very exploitative kind of industry that it was, probably still is. And just catching up with the people who were involved. And definitely worth watching anyway. So next week then, it's a school summer holidays. My wife, my son's off, so he'll be at home, and I will be doing a few things for the book launch, but not much. I'll probably be working on a few short stories. I basically wrote, I've written loads of short stories over the years that are like in first draft form. So I'm basically going over those, polishing stuff up, getting them queued up on my Patreon. There's some all right ones in there. Some good little satirical pieces, little flash fiction. A lot of it seems to be about kind of like online culture and things like that. Some kind of near future dystopian stuff. But yeah, it's all fun anyway. So yeah, check those out. So until next time, cheerio.